A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everybody, welcome to A+ English. I'm Kat.
And I'm Mike.
And today we are discussing the most convenient place on earth. What do you think?
The most convenient place on earth.
Yes. What do you think it could be? What would be the most convenient place on earth for you?
The bathroom of a Japanese hotel.
Oh.
They're pretty convenient, right?
Yeah.
They're small, but they have almost everything you could imagine.
Yeah, and they have great toilets and,
Or maybe a convenience store.
Could be,
I mean,
especially a convenience store where you can do a whole bunch of things.
Right.
I think in America, I don't know about Canada, but our convenience stores are kind of like just a place where you buy food.
Yeah,
That's it.
And they only have bad food and unhealthy food there. The convenience stores in Taiwan and Japan and other places are much, much better. Of course, when we say convenient, we're talking about a place that makes your life easier. It helps you save time, it helps you save your energy, it just makes everything go so much more smoothly. So,
it definitely does.
What do you guys think might be the most convenient place on earth? Have a think about that, but do join us as we read our article right now.
Culture shock! The most convenient place on earth.
Lucia is already home. Simon comes in.
The post came earlier. I have some letters.
It's likely just bills.
Simon and Lucia look at the mail.
Yeah, just bills. How do I pay them here?
How did you pay them in the UK?
The rent for my flat included some bills. I paid the others online. Can I pay online here?
Yes, but most websites are only in Chinese.
Simon looks worried.
Don't worry. I'll show you the easiest way to pay bills.
They go to a convenience store.
A convenience store?
Yes, you can do so many things here.
I don't have enough money. Is there a cash machine nearby?
Sure. Most convenience stores have an ATM.
Simon uses the ATM and takes out some money.
You can use the ATM to pay bills too.
Word power!
Bill. Bill. My phone bill comes on the first Monday of every month. My phone bill comes on the first Monday of every month. Pay. Pay. Pay, paid, paid. At this restaurant, you must pay for your meal before you eat it. At this restaurant, you must pay for your meal before you eat it. Rent. Rent. This apartment's rent is too high for us. We need something cheaper. This apartment's rent is too high for us. We need something cheaper. Enough. 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 Thanks, but I ate enough cake. I don't want any more. Thanks, but I ate enough cake. I don't want any more.
认识字汇
Online. Website. Nearby.
Okay, so we begin our article today with our favorite couple, Lucia and Simon. So Lucia is already home and Simon comes in and he's got some things in his hand. And he tells Lucia, well, the post came earlier. I have some letters. This word post that he says, he's got some letters. Post is the British word for the mail. We also say post in like post office in the US, but the British people, instead of saying the mail came, they will say the post came.
Okay, so they got something in the mail. Could be letters, could be packages. Let's read on to find out what it is. So Lucia says it's likely just bills.
Bills.
Yeah, unfortunately, once you become a working person, once you have your own home or, have a cell phone, you will be getting bills. And
That's
that is
right.
likely what you find in the post or in the mail, of course. When we use this adverb likely, we're just saying it's what we expect to happen. This is kind of what's happened before. It's kind of a normal thing, a common thing. It's not unlikely. Unlikely would be very strange and weird. So, often when you get a letter in the mail, maybe it's a birthday card or a wedding invitation, but most likely it's bills. We get the same bills from the same companies every month.
Yeah, and bills here, this is our first word power word for today. It is a noun spelled B-I-L-L, bills. Let's find out what they are. So this word bills is, as Mike said, things that companies send you to pay for your electric power, your water, your heat if it's in the winter, your internet or your phone, things like that. When you have to pay for something every month, the company will send you some mail that has how much you have to pay, and that is called a bill. As I said, it's sent every month or maybe every other month, which means every 2 months. It can also include rent for your house, but we're going to talk about that later. So here's another example for you. My phone bill comes on the first Monday of every month. My phone bill comes on the first Monday of every month. So as we said, it's likely that these are probably just some bills, right? But Simon and Lucia look at them anyway, and they say, yeah, just bills. How do I pay them here?
Yeah, no one really likes to get bills, but you do have to pay your bills, as you mentioned. These are letters or notifications from companies that you owe them money. And if you owe someone money, you should pay them that money. And pay happens to be our next word power word. This is a verb, and don't worry, it's very short, P-A-Y, pay. To pay is basically to give money to someone for something that they've given you or something that they're going to do for you. Of course, when you go to a store, you have to pay for the things that you want to take home with you. If you go to a restaurant, you have to pay for the food that they've made for you. And if anyone does anything for you, be it a taxi ride or someone comes to clean your home or fix your TV, you have to give that person money. You have to pay that person or that business or company. For example, at this restaurant, you must pay for your meal before you eat it. At this restaurant, you must pay for your meal before you eat it. Sounds like a fast food restaurant. All right, so Simon had asked that question, how do I pay them here? Giving us the idea that maybe he's new to Taiwan. He doesn't know how this kind of thing works. And before she answers him, Lucia, who we can guess is from Taiwan,
That's right.
she kind of wants to know, well, why would you ask that question? Or she asks in another way, how did you pay them in the UK? How did you pay them in Britain and in England, where you're from?
Right, so, paying bills in the UK could be quite different from paying bills in Taiwan. And if Simon is new to Taiwan, it might be the first bills he's ever gotten here. So Simon is remembering he's paying his bills in the UK and he's using his computer, actually. So that's how he would do it. He says, The rent for my flat included some bills. I paid the others online on the internet. And here we see this word flat that he says, the rent for my flat. A flat is just the British way to say an apartment. It's like a house that's inside of a building with a bunch of other houses that you pay every month to rent. So, and here we see this other word power word, which is rent. It could be a noun or a verb, and here it's a noun. It's R-E-N-T, spelled the same both ways, rent. Let's find out what that means. Okay, so this word rent means an amount of money that you have to pay every month or every few months for using a house or an office or something else that belongs to a different person. So you didn't buy the house, but you want to live in it. So somebody lets you live in it, that person's called the landlord, and you pay them money every month to keep living in that place. So an example of this would be, this apartment's rent is too high for us. We need something cheaper. This apartment's rent is too high for us. We need something cheaper.
All right, so Simon was kind of thinking and remembering and, sort of explaining to Lucia how he pays his rent and his bills back in the UK. So now he finishes thinking about that. He, again, wants to know how to pay bills here in Taiwan. So he says, can I pay online here? Can I use my computer to pay my bills here in Taiwan like I did in Britain or in the UK?
That's a good question. And I think most places you can probably pay your bills online.
Pretty common. Yeah.
There is a problem with that here because Simon doesn't speak very good Chinese. So Lucia says, yes, but most websites are only in Chinese. So of course, because people in Taiwan mostly speak Chinese, English is kind of a second language.
They speak Chinese here?
Yeah, I know.
I had no idea.
Crazy. Anyway, so a website, which is what he would use to pay these bills, is a place on the internet. You can chop off the web here and you can just call it a site. Like, hey, let's go to this site to pay a bill. So some sites that you might use every day might be like Facebook or Google, the search engine, or you might go to your school website or the AMC website. They can end in things like .com, .org, .net, or .edu for a school.
Okay, so that's a specific location on the internet. Of course, there are millions and billions of those. And many companies have them, and often on the site, on the website, they'll have this little service that helps you pay your bills. But yes, if you don't speak Chinese, it can be hard to do that here in Taiwan. So next we see that Simon is looking worried. He's thinking, I know how to say ni hao and euro mian, but I don't know enough to pay my bills.
Yeah, and reading Chinese is super hard.
That's right. So this seems to be a bit of a problem for him. But the good thing is his friend Lucia is going to help out. She says, don't worry, relax, calm down, not a problem. I'll show you the easiest way to pay bills. Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, I wonder what that could be, so it might be an easier way than paying them online?
Don't pay your bills.
Oh, well that would be easy, but then I think you would get in trouble.
You'd go to jail.
That's right.
That's not a good way to do it.
Yeah, they put you in jail and then they make you pay more money, so it's not a good thing. But there's an easier way.
Okay.
They can go to a convenience store.
Perfect.
Yes. So Simon says, a convenience store? That's where they're at right now.
There you go. So a convenience store. This is news to Simon. That's why he said it back to her like, really? Is that true what you're saying? And Lucia next says, yes, you can do so many things here, right?
That's
so they're
right.
at the convenience store. And she's kind of saying not only can you pay your bills, but there are many, many other wonderful services and things you can do at the convenience store. It's true, it's true.
Yeah, it is true, yeah. And so Simon is thinking like, okay, I can pay my bills at the convenience store. He goes to pay his bills. Oh, but he has one more problem. He says, I don't have enough money. Is there a cash machine nearby?
All right, very interesting. So he mentioned there he didn't have enough money, all right? Enough is an adjective, and it's one of those adjectives, or one of those words that's kind of spelt in a slightly crazy way. So pay attention, E-N-O-U-G-H. I'll say that again, E-N-O-U-G-H, and yes, The word is enough. It has kind of an F sound, but no F's in there, so be careful with that one. Enough is the adjective we use with words to talk about that is all I need of that thing. It's not too much, but it's not too little either. For example, if you're hungry and you don't want your stomach to hurt, you can eat enough food so that you feel full. If you eat extra food, then, oh yeah, your stomach will hurt. But if you don't eat enough food, if you eat less food than you need, well, then you'll still be hungry, right? So enough is an amount that is acceptable, that is okay, that does the job. He mentioned that he didn't have enough money. So that tells us he has some money, but it won't be the amount that he needs to pay his bill. He's still a little bit short. That's why he needs to get more. For example, we could say, thanks, but I ate enough cake. I don't want any more. Thanks, but I ate enough cake. I don't want any more. So he has some money in his pocket, but it's not enough to pay the bill. What's he gonna do?
Well, he asked Lucia, he seems like he has an idea of what to do. He asked, is there a cash machine nearby?
Good idea.
And this is another British word, or two words actually. A cash machine. It sounds pretty obvious. It's a machine where you can use your bank card, put it in, type in some numbers, and you can get cash, which is paper money. So, yeah, that's an easy way to get enough money if he has a bank card.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Lucia says, well, sure. Most convenience stores have an ATM.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. ATM, an automated teller machine. That's just another way of saying cash machine. As you mentioned, cash machine might be more common in Britain, in England, in the UK.
Right.
ATM is kind of understood in lots of different places.
Right.
And so that's just one of those machines you can use, and you put in your card and put in your secret number, and you get money out 24 hours a day. How convenient.
Very nice. Yeah, love having a cash machine around.
And there's something else about these ATMs here in Taiwan too that can be very convenient, right?
Yeah, that's right. So Lucia tells Simon, you can use the ATM to pay bills too.
So if you're not near a convenience store, you can just find a bank with an ATM.
That's right.
And then you can do the same thing. That's great.
Yeah, and you can even use ATMs for other things like sending money to somebody or putting more money in your account.
Sure.
Some American ATMs don't let you do that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty convenient. So Lucia shows Simon how he can pay his bills with an ATM. Isn't that nice? He doesn't have to go to the counter at all.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so how we have our magic box that we're gonna go to, and we'll be right back with you for review time.
Magic Box 找亮点。
嗨，大家好，我是 Peggy。日常生活中，我们常常会有需要表达可能性的时候，像是有同学会问我说：“你暑假想要干嘛？”我就说：“我可能会想出国去玩，但比较有可能都会待在家耍废打电动。For summer vacation, I might plan a trip abroad, but most likely I'll just spend a lot of time at home playing video games. For summer vacation, I might plan a trip abroad, but most likely I'll just spend a lot of time at home playing video games. 我就是这么宅。要表达可能性的时候，有几个好用的字。我刚刚用到的字就是 likely， 它是一个很常用在口语中的字。这个字就是可能的意思，它可以是形容词，也可以是副词，是很好用的字。再举一个例子。例如说，我的记性很不好，所以假如你不提醒我，我很可能会忘记。If you don't remind me, I'm likely to forget that. 跟 likely 类似的字还有 probably 跟 possibly。例如说，我昨天吃到一片超好吃的蛋糕，大概是我吃过最好吃的蛋糕。It's possibly the best cake I've ever had. 好希望可以再吃一遍。或者是呢，我早上出门的时候，妈妈问我今天几点回家。那因为我晚上还要跟朋友吃饭，我就跟我妈说 I'll probably be home by 11 tonight, so don't wait up. I'll probably be home by 11 tonight, so don't wait up. 我今天大概晚上11点才会到家，不用等门啦。所以呢，刚刚讲到 likely, possibly 跟 probably 都是有可能、大概、也许的意思。下次要表达可能性的时候，就不要忘记用上这3个好用的字啦。现在我们就来现学现卖一下。 本周末气温有可能会攀升到35度。用 likely 的话要怎么造句呢？自己试试看，答案马上就要揭晓咯。The answer is the temperature is likely to rise to 35 degrees this weekend. 你答对了吗？
Wait for it! It's review time! 复习时间到喽！
Okay, we're back for review time for day 1 of this article, and today we're going to do something a little bit creative. We're going to try and make a story with our word power words.
Wow, that does sound creative.
So we have things like bill, and what do you do with bills?
You pay your bills.
That's right, okay. And then we have rent, and then we also have enough. So what kind of story can we make?
I have no idea, but I will start the story with a sentence that says, I woke up in the morning, I checked my mail, and it was full of bills.
Oh, what a
Worst.
bummer. That's very bad.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling to wake
No
up.
packages, no presents, no surprises, just a pile of bills.
That's life. Yeah. But I decided that I was going to go to the convenience store and pay my bills.
That's a good idea, but the convenience store was so far away from my house and I was feeling tired and lazy, so I decided to rent a U-bike.
Ah, so you can rent something other than a house.
Sure, you can rent lots of things. That just means you're paying to use that thing for a short period of time.
I see. Okay, so I rented a U-bike.
Yep.
I rode my U-bike to the nearest convenience store, maybe 5 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 minutes on the U-bike.
Yep.
And then I paid my bills, and I even had enough time to get some breakfast there.
Wow, that's great. So you had extra time. You could spend it by doing something more fun than paying bills, like getting your breakfast.
Yeah, and we all love to eat.
That's true. And now, of course, you had enough energy to get your U-bike back home.
That's right.
There you go.
Then I could go to school or go to work. And that's our story.
Job done, bills paid, got a little exercise, got some breakfast, and made up a story all in one go. How fantastic is that?
Yeah, great.
Now it's time for a nap.
Right, so I guess while we're taking our nap, we're going to leave you, and we're going to see you for day 2 of the most convenient place on earth. See ya.
Ta-ta.
Culture shock! The most convenient place on earth.
Lucia is already home. Simon comes in.
The post came earlier. I have some letters.
It's likely just bills.
Simon and Lucia look at the mail.
Yeah, just bills. How do I pay them here?
How did you pay them in the UK?
The rent for my flat included some bills. I paid the others online. Can I pay online here?
Yes, but most websites are only in Chinese.
Simon looks worried.
Don't worry. I'll show you the easiest way to pay bills.
They go to a convenience store.
A convenience store?
Yes, you can do so many things here.
I don't have enough money. Is there a cash machine nearby?
Sure, most convenience stores have an ATM.
Simon uses the ATM and takes out some money.
You can use the ATM to pay bills too.
Word power!
Bill. Bill. My phone bill comes on the first Monday of every month. My phone bill comes on the first Monday of every month. Pay. Pay. Pay, paid, paid. At this restaurant, you must pay for your meal before you eat it. At this restaurant, you must pay for your meal before you eat it. Rent. Rent. This apartment's rent is too high for us. We need something cheaper. This apartment's rent is too high for us. We need something cheaper. Enough. 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 Thanks, but I ate enough cake. I don't want any more. Thanks, but I ate enough cake. I don't want any more.
认识字汇
Online. Website. Nearby.